They get that little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
And this is caught by Watkins. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. On the toss, here's Williams. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be second down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. No score after 1 on EA Sports. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it first and goal to go. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Kansas City touchdown. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. No problem there on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
On 3rd down, it's Connor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
The first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Right back to Connor here on 1st. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Mahomes dropping one to Williams here. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there, 1st down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply, if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
He got 29 yards that time. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
But, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now Carlos Hyde in the game. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Roethlisberger will throw. Able to hit his tight end, Grimble.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Here we go, here we go. Wide 80. 44. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. He's got good size. We know he's tough to bring down running the ball. That also carries over to the passing game like we saw there.
And at his size, how'd you like to try and stop him on that angle route? Him come out of the backfield, breaking.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, 48 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Boswell good with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at his 4. Now a hit and a loose football. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him.
No spacing.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Damian Wilson in on the stop.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Boswell's kick is good. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Mahomes now to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 78 yards. And the Chiefs have tied it, and they can take the lead with the extra point. Extra point safely through, and that will put them on top here in the third. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Black 20. 50, 50. Slam.
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And he cuts it right and into space. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet.
Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. The 20. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
The point after is good. And the lead is up to 8. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a first and 10 at their own 21. Back to the air, Roethlisberger after the pick six. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, first and 10. So first and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now is Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is is incomplete. That close on third down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on third and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
Watch the run. Right side. Mike, 55. Right there. Right side. Right side.
They'll run forward with a fullback, Sherman. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth.
First down.
Yellow. Hey, Ridley. He's checked. Right side.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 39.
Mahomes now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
To throw on second and 6, Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Mahomes going to throw. All incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Williams. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
64, weak. Attack. Why? Who? 26 Mike. Ricky.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They begin on the ground here with Connor. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Again, it's Connor. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Here comes a big one as this crowd gets out making some noise. It's 3rd and short. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
He's back to throw. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Chiefs are likely going to win the football game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, running right, it's high. T.J. Watt in on the tackle. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
A give to the tight end, Kelsey. Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. This one complete right side to McDonald. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Here's Connor. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Roethlisberger. That's going to be caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. Big Ben going to take it himself. And he is going to be stopped here for no gain, and that is going to be the final play of this football game.
To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
Crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.